Cabrini is an extraordinary woman, small in stature and strong in determination, and shows her strength, unwavering belief and devotion to and rights to each other as human beings. Cabrini's biographical film balances the themes of religion and civil rights. Cabrini is also an incredible entrepreneur. Let's start this story.
It's a shame that you're a woman, Mother.
In 1889 New York City, an Italian immigrant boy named Paolo pushes around his dying mother in a cart. When he goes into a hospital for help, speaking only Italian, the personnel cruelly dismiss him.
I beg your pardon.
Hospital.
An older boy, Enzo, welcomes Paolo into relative shelter in the sewers. Mother Frances Xavier Cabrini, a nun with lung disease, visits the Vatican after multiple attempts to found her own missionary order. As a girl, she made paper boats by a river, imagining them sailing off on missions to other countries. She often has visions of her past riverside experiences. A cardinal rejects her proposal, but she insists on seeing the Pope, Leo XIII. She tells the Pope she wants to help the poor and build an orphanage in China, and that the world is not large enough for what she wants to do. He notes that no woman has been allowed to found such an order, but allows her to do so, albeit recommending she should go to New York instead since she will eventually cover the whole world anyway. Cabrini migrates from Italy to New York with her fellow sisters to take care of poor Italian immigrants, aiding an ineffective priest in the Five Points area. On her first night there, she has nowhere to stay but a brothel, let in by a sympathetic prostitute named Vittoria who tells her to bar her room's door. Cabrini and comrades hear pounding on the door, and the voice of a pimp named Gino shouting that he doesn't allow roomers for free and that they must not sleep there again.
Ho bisogno del tuo aiuto.
Archbishop Corrigan is not helpful, but when Cabrini shows him her letter from the Pope,
to make decisions, it is only because
he grudgingly allows her work to continue. Her sisters successfully establish charity and hospital work and take care of many children. Cabrini occasionally ventures underground at night to find missing children, at the expense of her deteriorating health. Some good Samaritans convey her to a physician, Dr. Murphy, who tells her she likely has only 2 years to live. Murphy starts helping her order. Paolo and Enzo, considering a future in the mafia, try to steal bread from Cabrini, but she invites them to dinner with the sisters instead. When Gino tries to take back Vittoria, who has left the brothel to help the sisters, Paolo takes out a gun and shoots Gino, crippling him. Later, Cabrini convinces Paolo to take the gun, which his father had used to commit suicide, and destroy it. Gino and a henchman later ambush Vittoria and try to kill her, but she stabs Gino to death in self-defense.
Metti via quella pistola.
Cabrini purchases an Upper West Side property as a children's home. The mayor is hostile to Italians, and attempts to drive her out of the property. A city inspector evicts Cabrini and her group. However, Corrigan finds a formerly Jesuit-owned property and lets the sisters have it, though they must dig water wells there, which Cabrini does personally. Enzo and Paolo go to work to earn money and help Cabrini, but a pump station accident kills Enzo and others. Murphy tells Cabrini a hospital more equipped than hers would have saved many lives. She determines to establish a first-rate hospital, and buys an old building, with the aid of wealthy men from immigrant communities of Irish, Italian, and Jewish descent. When she holds an Italian-American festival fundraiser with famous singer Enrico De Salvo, the police, spewing racial slurs, shut it down, and Cabrini is arrested. Corrigan orders Cabrini back to Italy. Visiting there with Vittoria and another nun, she gets the Pope to overrule Corrigan, although the Pope wonders about the tension between Cabrini's faith and her ambition. She states she wants an empire of hope. She also gets the Italian Senate to appropriate money to finish building the hospital, but violent ruffians set it on fire. Cabrini confronts the mayor, insinuating that he may be responsible for the arson. With the help of a New York Times reporter, who had previously helped her with a sympathetic story about the unlivable conditions in 5 points, she gets the mayor to relent in his opposition to the hospital's construction. Despite her lung condition, Cabrini endures to the age of 67 and becomes hugely celebrated. Later, she is canonized, making her the first American saint, the patron saint of immigrants, with her order spread over all the world, including China.
And healing and
It's a shame that you're a woman, Mother.
hundreds of hospitals, orphanages,